There's been a strike going on in Sweden against Tesla. Now, other countries have kind of joined in as well. However, no one has really thought, how is this affecting Tesla's employees in Sweden? Near the end of 2023, trade union IF Metal announced it was expelling some members who refused to participate in the organization's actions of blocking Tesla car parts and from actually working at Tesla. There has been huge ramifications against Tesla staff by the union, essentially blackballing them from ever getting a job in Sweden ever again. Hello my friends, welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans, you're watching the Electric Viking. My heart goes out to some of these people. I feel like they had to make a tough decision, and now if they lose their job at Tesla, they may not have a job to go to. One of the expelled members, who currently works as a mechanic for Tesla in Sweden, recently shared what happened to him and how the conflict between Tesla and the union has, well, changed potentially his entire life. The Tesla mechanic's comments offer a view of the conflict that is not often seen. The media doesn't report on this. I don't think the media cares about individuals and how this is actually affecting them. It's more like Tesla sound bites that they want to print to make it sound exciting so you'll click. However, this conflict between Tesla and IF Metal has affected individuals in ways I think most people just aren't really aware. In a conversation with this Tesla Sweden employee who didn't divulge his name because he can't for legal reasons, he said that worker conditions at Tesla are actually pretty good. The mechanic said that he doesn't think there's been a lot of change in terms of what's been going on at Tesla since the union has blockaded Tesla, that Tesla's been able to kind of avoid some of the chaos that the union has attempted to kind of unleash on them in order to force them to sign a new collective bargaining agreement. So why exactly did this mechanic, and why have some other mechanics at Tesla decided not to join the strikes against Tesla? He said this: "The main reason is I care about the environment here and I enjoy my job. I care a lot about our customers too. I want customers to feel safe choosing Tesla." The Swedish mechanic though said he has been extremely stressed because of harassment from the union. When asked by the publication about his contacts with IF Metal, the expelled member, he's been expelled from the union, noted that he had received messages and calls that sounded threatening. The mechanic admitted he is afraid of the union. Now, in Sweden, IF Metal is the largest union by far. Most organizations are signed up to this union, who does have a kind of a monopoly in Sweden. So if you get blackballed by this union, then it can be very difficult. I've read, I mean, I live in Sweden, I don't know for sure, but it can be difficult to find a job elsewhere. He said, "I'm terrified of IF Metal. They try to make it difficult for you, provoke you, so that you feel that it is difficult to be at work. They've called and sent messages, and they've really tried to say what the strike means and why I should join, before I was then excluded and kicked out, essentially kicked out of being a union member." He said it sounded quite threatening actually. "They have said that I will never be able to work in a union shop ever again in the future, and no unions will ever represent me in the future." So not only are IF Metal saying anyone affiliated in any way with us, you won't be able to work for them in the future, but they're saying we have blackballed your name with every other union in Sweden. In other words, it sounds like this guy may never be able to work again. I'm hoping that he can work for Tesla for the rest of his life, because he may not be able to have many other options unless maybe he just started his own shop. That's how I understood what they said, that they will gang up against me. He said, "I'm afraid of the union. I enjoy my job. No one asked me how I felt and what I wanted. The union just runs its own race." Now, he said he's sort of in some way happy that he's been expelled from the union because he no longer has to pay them a monthly fee. When asked about what he thinks of this exclusion, the Sweden mechanic said that no one asked me how I felt or what I wanted. The union just does its own thing. When I joined, I was new to the industry and it was obvious that you pretty much have to join. Then, when I got older, I realized that the membership was just an expensive subscription to a magazine. Teslarati says that IF Metal's union secretary Martin Gunnarsson was asked by DA, a news agency, a media publication in Sweden, about the former member's comments. Gunnarsson said that it is unfortunate that people feel afraid of the trade union, though the organisation has made efforts to get a hold of all of its members to inform them about the strikes against Tesla. If this person has experienced fear, it's unfortunate, but we have tried to get hold of them in order to reason with them. It has been necessary to find out how certain things work. So, in other words, the union has confirmed that if you're not striking against Tesla, then you will be kicked out of the union and apparently put on a blacklist for all other unions and their basically their companies that are affiliated with those unions all across Sweden and potentially in other countries in Europe as well, because IF Metal is not just a Swedish union. I'm curious to know what you think about this. How do you feel about this? I personally do feel sorry for some of these employees. They're in a very, very difficult situation, and I do hope it all works out for them. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching.